Today's video is all about my fall track, how I've made it, showing you the project, going with you through the tracks, background information about the release, just basically everything you need to know now that the track is finally out.
Is it you or is it me? I don't know, I just keep letting us go.
Today is a really cool day. Today is the day where I can finally announce in the video that the fall track is available on all major stores. The day started off at the dentist, which I don't really like. I mean, who likes to go to the dentist? My biggest problem was I was just way too optimistic going there. At the dentist, hopefully for the very last time. I have to go there at least 2 more times, and another quick tip, don't go to the dentist on one of the warmest days of the year. It's like 33 degrees outside. I had to put this shirt into the freezer to even be able to just record here. I even switched to this location for the business stuff. It's a little bit cooler here in this room. It's just bigger and doesn't have all of the absorption. And Louis isn't here today because I was at the dentist half of the day. I told him to just stay at home and work from there. He's calling me every couple of minutes and we're chatting and writing emails back and forth. So he's taking care of some of the promotional things for the fall track. And as you might know, it's like a tradition here on this channel. Whenever I release a track, I do like a how-to or making of the track, where I show you everything that has to do with it. But since it's so warm in there and I couldn't even concentrate and my computer fan is then just way too loud to record anything, it's super annoying, I will just take care of the business things that have to do with the release of the fall track. Because for me it's still not released, it will be released tomorrow, but for you, the second this video is online. So let's just skip a little bit. It's now 7, it's not really any cooler. They actually announced rain for today, for the evening, but it's still extremely warm outside. But nevertheless, let's get to the fall track. I made it, I think I started like 7-8 months ago actually, with the instrumental. This thing actually started in a recording session. You might remember the video, it's pretty old, it's like the recording wagon recording session. Unfortunately, I had to delete the video because, yeah, it's a long story, but basically my management screwed up. To agree with them, they were angry and they wanted me to delete the videos for absolutely no reason. So you actually can't go back and see how the track started, but I didn't really use anything that was made in the recording session except for the vocals, build an instrumental around it, and then I wasn't allowed to use the vocals. So I just thought about asking someone else to do the vocals. I was just browsing the web, found a track that had CALUM VENICE's vocals on top of it. I really loved them because they were different, the tone was different, the style was different than a lot of things that you hear at the moment, but still really good. So I just asked him, sent him the instrumental, he liked it, he started working on the lyrics, and I think like a week or 1.5 weeks later I got from him the vocals back and started implementing them into the instrumental. I then spent quite a lot of time to get the final mix done on the track and actually finish it. If you're a producer, you probably know how this is working. You start and you never seem to really finish it, but I think like 2.5 months ago I finished it entirely, went to the mastering guy, mastered it, and then I was really thinking about what to do with the track. At the same time I was already trying to get rid of my management, and I actually planned to release this track without them on either my own label or on someone else's label, because they recommended me not to release this track, which also was one part why I didn't want to work with them anymore. I always sent them tracks, they said they liked them, finished them, I finished them, and then said no, it doesn't fit to our label. So just on a side notice, if you ever have a management and they also have a label, don't release with them. Keep management and label separate 100%. This right here is the entire project that has 51 tracks in total. On this project I used for the very first time Isotopes Neutron. That's like a new mixing, helping, kind of suggesting plugin. I think it's especially strong for beginners, but it also helped me to finalize the EQing, and it has a cool feature where you can like mask one track with another. So this really helped to get the mixing done. And because of that plugin, I had to mix the track twice. I mixed it once, I was pretty happy with it, got the plugin, had to test it, and then mixed the whole track again. I think it sounds at least like 10-15% better than before. It's not only because of the plugin, also because I just went deeper into the track and took a little bit more time on this one. I think it makes more sense to like focus on a few tracks a year than making a bunch and none of them really cutting through. So just spend your time with your projects and really finish them, finalize them, and tweak them as much as possible, or at least more than the previous tracks. Yeah, CPU overload, of course. And again, CPU overload. Cool. Come on, Logic. Trying to show here something. Fuck you. No. It seems like I'm not the only one suffering from the heat. My laptop refuses to play any of the tracks. There is no way to even hit the spacebar and get this project going. So let me run you through the tracks individually, maybe later back at home when it's a little bit cooler. Now I think it's time to get like a quick refreshment for myself. Hello, Gordon.
How you doing?
Where's the hair?
Gone.
That's the best refreshment, probably.
Seriously?
I also got us some refreshment.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That really is good, but it's unhandy to drive with, actually.
It was more for drinking, but that's also a way to do it.
I have no clue what it does actually. How it works, what it can do.
Mixing and heating and
everything.
Vanessa explaining Gordon the Thermomix. Oops.
Cheers.
It's catchy. I'm so excited. It's almost midnight. I've been waiting for this moment for quite a long time. My first real proper release. It's like 5 minutes till midnight. The track should be released. That's usually what Spotify does. Sometimes it takes a little longer and it's just up the next day. But I will now sit here really excited and wait for it. In the meantime, let's try for the second time to open the fall project. Just looped up a part where almost everything is playing at the same time. So first up is the sidechain kick that you can't hear, then the drums, which is just the bass where all of the other drums are routed to. First up the kick, then the top kick, of course, to make it cut through the mix. Simple clap. Very important on the clap is to get the exact reverb time so that it sounds snappy. Off hi-hat. A small live drum loop. Second clap. Always hitting on the second one to have a little bit more emphasis. This track has like a reversed ride just to have like the uplifting feel. A shaker kind of for stability whenever you have the feeling that your drum loop doesn't feel that right and is like not sounding tight. Try out a shaker, just this helps even if you just mix it in very quiet. Then just in this part actually a hi-hat that is on top of the kick just to emphasize it even more. This gives a little bit more energy compared to the previous parts. Then the piano. As always, just made with the grandeur. A little bit of EQing, and that's basically already it. On top of that, the strings, just to have more like of the higher frequencies in this part. Very simple bass line, just to have the low end in the track. An arpeggiator sound. That is like to the end, opening up. Then the cutoff. And then actually already like the vocals. All nicely stacked, low, mid, high. And the main part all together. I kind of really like to have as little elements as a track really needs. I don't like to have something in a track that doesn't serve a purpose. I usually, especially on vocal tracks, try to have a lot of space for the vocals, carve all of the frequencies out so that they can sit in the middle on their own and like be the main thing, everything else around it to support it. It feels so good to see the cover on Spotify. Finally, really at least like 2 or even 3 months of hard work, a lot of trouble, a lot of things going wrong in the background. You just get to see like 10 to 12 minutes of my day. It's actually a lot longer, and there's way more involved in making these things happen. If you're interested to listen to the entire track, I will link it up down below. And if you want to support me, I would really appreciate it if you save the track on Spotify and maybe also place it in your Spotify playlist. This would mean really a whole lot to me, and thanks for everyone making this track happen. I wish there was a way to get my body refreshed and make him suffer a little less. The fans are spinning non-stop.